Welcome back. Another TOT Thursday. This video is getting uploaded technically on Friday because it probably won't be up till midnight. But we are talking about the game of the night. We're doing this every Thursday. Game of the night. We're going to record about the early 7 o'clock game on Thursday, 7:30, whatever, the national TV game, basically. I know tonight was on NBA TV, but same old, same old. We got Sixers Raps, kind of a boring-ish game, to be honest.
Got a little tight there.
Kind of.
But yeah, I mean, obviously you get to see Embiid, you get to see the new look Raptors with their new coach and Dennis Schroeder, who's been playing great. We'll get into him later, but we'll talk about this game to start, and then we'll just talk about how both teams have been so far throughout the season, just because we haven't talked about either of them since the start of the season. But Finn, let's get your thoughts on the game first.
I thought it was a good showing. Highlight standout performances. I wanted to bring up before I pull the stats up. Oubre torched in the preseason. I don't know what his angle is. Like if he knows I might be moving to Philly next year and he's trying to like run the two-man, hit my line, dude. Me and Oubre can run the two-man. I'm cool with that. He just can't be impeding on my plays that I already have. Me and him got to go out there and get some plays on our own. Now I'm playing. He's shooting the shit out of the rock, dude. He's getting good looks. He's impacting on the glass, too. I saw him get a big O-reb to kind of cut the momentum that the Raptors had in the fourth quarter. Maxey averaging 30 points, Eastern Conference Player of the Week. Got to put a lot of respect on his name, dude. I know there's a big debate right now between my inner circles of Maxey and Derek White. Shouts out to the boys if anybody's listening to this. What do you guys think about that? Maxey pulling away from that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I just think debate, right?
I just think that I would rather have a guy that's going to average close, like 25 plus.
Well, he might average over 30. And especially now with the Harden trade gone, another quick Sixers fact, Harden played less games for the Sixers than he did for the Nets. What a fraud.
No way.
Look it up.
That's crazy.
And then he comes to the Clippers and he says, "I'm not a system player. I am the system." Dude, you're a piece of shit. I love Harden and I love his game, but like he frustrates me so bad with the comments he makes. Actual stat wise for me, stuff that didn't just stick out to my eyes. Embiid double, good looks. My boy D'Anthony Melton didn't play well. You know I love D'Anthony Melton. I think him and Maxey can be a phenomenal backcourt in this league. I mean, how old is D'Anthony Melton? 25.
Got to be something. He's young.
So,
whoa, slow down, gang. If you're liking this content here, I really appreciate it if you'd like, comment, and subscribe. It's free. It takes 0 seconds. I make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to all the creators I like watching because I know it makes a huge difference for them, just like it makes for us. Stick with us. TOT Faithful, we love you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, and check out more videos.
Pat Bev, I remember right when I turned it on the third quarter, he missed a corner three. He's such a bum. But y'all know how I feel about Pat Bev. We love Pat Bev, but y'all know how I feel about Pat Bev. And now I'm talking about my boy Tobias. Stapes, if you're listening to this, Tobias put this performance on for you, dude. Tobias is such an underrated NBA player still.
I don't know.
What's your call? He had a nice couple buckets on the top of the key. He had a nice couple buckets where he took it himself. Not really iso ball. It was like a slip screen, but he got a switch. But like he still can create on his own. He can still pass. He's like I don't know if he's a plus defender, but he's definitely not a cone, and he's a big body. So I think he's a phenomenal player, dude. Tobias is low-key tough. And then what else do I have on here? Korkmaz with a 10-piece, Matt. You love those kind of guys. You might want to pick him up on the Cavs next, dude. You get him in mini fridge.
Not minivan, but
minivan.
But yeah, no, I think that what's his face? Tobias Harris. I don't know if he's underrated. I just think that he's so wildly inconsistent. He can't be.
But he's not properly rated.
I think he is. I think he's like a solid role player that will give you 20 every once in a while and give you 8 the other game, shooting 3 to 14.
Anyway, I can look at what he's averaging right here. Hold on. You guys can keep talking. Also, talk about quick the new addition.
He shot 50% last year, didn't he?
Talk about the new additions. Fourth quarter, yelling, "Why the fuck Batum, man?" Batum to the Sixers. He's trash. And then they got Covington, right? People are trying to talk about them. I mean, are they decent NBA role players?
They also picked up Kenyon Martin Jr., which I feel as if can flow into Nick Nurse's offense for the Philadelphia 76ers. So shout out to Kenyon Martin Jr. coming from the LA Clippers. Coming from LA last season, getting traded from Houston, and I think that he's very talented. Shows his opportunity to impact the floor on a defensive end and the offensive end, and staying poised on the offense, can knock down shots and can create his own. So I'm looking forward to see how he, flows into that bench squad coming up with Pat Bev. I think they got a lot of opportunity, and looking forward to see what Nick Nurse has for the guys.
For actual X's and O's before Matt gets into it, I like Embiid taking control of the ball at the top of the key. A lot of times he's operating out of the high post and facing up. I feel like this season, and when we played them in the preseason for sure, he was operating a lot at the top of the key with the ball and triple threat. Pretty interesting to me. There was a couple times he drive the lane from the top of the key or from the right wing on the right side, did like a pound dribble and laid it up. I don't think they're posting him up as much. Is that accurate?
I think it's a lot more like they always used him at the nail, but I feel like they're doing a lot more of him higher up because of the lack of passing that you lose in James Harden.
Yeah, that can make sense. Can I hear your? Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say, like, Maxey, yes, he can kind of take over that role, but you don't just go from averaging like 4 assists to 10. You just don't. So I was, yeah, I don't know. It's
with
tough.
time, I don't think that's Maxey's game, to be honest.
I don't either. So I think that's why we've seen Embiid's assist numbers go up. I think in the long term it'll be an increased turnover rate because Embiid's not a really good big passer. Like he's not like a Sabonis, a Jokic, a Sengun. Like he's not a big he's not a
Sengun.
Yeah, he's not a passing big to me. And he throws a lot of wild passes, but he's gotten better at it over the course of a couple seasons. But I think that between Maxey and Embiid, they have to make up for Harden's assist production, and I think using him there helps with that.
Maxey and Embiid, top 3 2-man in the league?
No.
Oh.
Give me 2 better.
Maxey and Embiid.
Or excuse me, give me 3 better. No,
Trae Young,
small.
Wait, are you saying like point guard center?
Like a pairing to run a pick and roll.
Trae Clint.
They're Maxey and Embiid are better than Trae and Clint in the pick
You're
and roll.
smoking.
I don't know if you can name me 3 better.
Pick and roll?
Just operating as a big and a guard together.
I would say Jamal Murray and Jokic is clearly better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I would even say that like Tatum and Porzingis is probably better. I would say
swipe at Domantas Sabonis.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking good. There's a lot of them. It's like it's a cat and mouse game. Like
you get that point though. They're pretty elite. They don't really need Harden. I don't think. Are they not 4-0?
No, they've lost one at least. They lost to the Bucks by 1.
Oh yeah, you're right. They're 3-1. Can I hear your Oubre take, Matt? Because I think Oubre is like making the biggest impact he's ever made in his career.
Yeah, no, I think it's good to see Oubre play on like a really good team. I think he was an underrated pickup that was signed late into free agency. We never even touched on it, I don't think.
He'd be good on the Cavs.
Huh?
He'd be good on the Cavs.
Yeah, he was rumored to come to us, but I just don't think he's the type of guy the Cavs really want, to be honest.
For sure. You want more of a Rolls Royce, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. But I know we've talked about the Sixers this entire time because they've just made the trade and it's easy to talk about them and they dominated this game.
Talk about the winners first.
Huh?
Talk about the winners first.
Yeah, so I think for this game specifically, I think it was weird not seeing like the Sixers running out Korkmaz is odd. Like he's solid, but it's odd. And then I think when you get a Rocco, you get a Batum, and even a KJ Martin in spurts, I think those kind of guys are going to make an impact. I think they're on like the same. I think they're slightly below the level of a Tobias Harris. That's like where I'm at with them. I think they're just solid role players that'll help make a difference. And one of them, like Batum, will have a game where he hits 5 threes every 2 weeks. Like he just will.
He's a cone now.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm encouraged to see what this team looks like moving forward. But just on this game, I think Embiid played really well. Obviously, Maxey played well. Obviously, Tobias Harris was probably, I would say, the player of the game for the Sixers. Oubre, too.
Oubre.
If you can get a step-up game from a role player while also having your best 2 players play really well, you have a shot to win any game, especially when they're as talented as Maxey and Embiid. So that, and then for the Raptors side, we can kind of shift into that. Dennis Schroeder's been a revelation for them.
Yeah, he's been great. And I think tonight off the top of the head, I think they had 5 guys in double figures, and I think they played. I mean, I
They
don't know.
always play like that, though. They
I
always.
don't know if this is true. This might have just been an eye test thing. I'll look at it in a sec when you start talking. I think they played like 11 or 12 guys.
I don't know if it's that high, but
dude, I feel like there was. I'll look at it right now while you talk.
No, I just think that. Yeah, they actually did. You're right. I mean, it was also garbage minutes, but I think
I just saw so many fucking different jerseys in there.
Yeah, I mean, the Raptors, I always thought they were going to be slightly below 500, and I know we got a lot of haters a lot of Raptors fans coming at our necks in the T-Wolves Raps video that we did the preview opening the season, which was fair. Like, we kind of underrated them in comparison to the T-Wolves, who I feel like they're on the same tier as in like NBA kind of standards. But I think that Dennis Schroeder has been great for them, not only scoring but passing. He's averaging like 8 assists a game. Like, when have you ever thought of Dennis Schroeder as a plus passer? And I just think coming off the FIBA championship, he's played. But no, I just think that he's been really, really good for them. I've been making money on his PRA lines because they've been too low, and I think they're going to shoot up now. But just tonight, I don't know. I know last time I checked the stats, he had 8 assists, but yeah, 13, 3, and 10. Like, those are good numbers, especially when you have talented guys around you like OG Siakam and Scotty Barnes. Like, getting those guys involved is super crucial. And then the other guy I wanted to mention was Scotty Barnes. He's kind of developed a 3-point shot. I know he didn't shoot well tonight, but like, he's actually shooting decent from 3, which I thought was surprising. Huh?
He hit a few threes.
Yeah, I just think that I don't think of Scotty Barnes as a shooter by any means.
Gotcha.
I don't watch enough Raptors games to really know, but just from what I've seen so far to begin this season, he's shooting it a way higher percentage, and he's also shooting more of them and confident in it. He's not taking like contested threes, but he's taking open looks, and I think he's been knocking them down. So I think those are the two really things. And I don't know because I haven't watched all the games, but I feel like Siakam's not playing as well as he used to.
Well, OG and Scotty Barnes were both like around the 50% mark tonight, I'm pretty sure.
From the floor or from 3? From
the floor, but they really lost in the foul battle, dude.
Yeah, they were fouling a lot.
They took like I don't know the exact number offhand, but they probably took like 10 fucking free throws as a team.
I'll look at it right now. They shot 19 and made 13, so they shot 68%, which you can.
Yeah, but how many free throws did Sixers take?
25. But they were plus 8 in free throws, so like that's 7 or 8 points out of the 15. So you're only losing by 7. Like that's you got to make your free throws. They're also not a good free throw shooting team. Schroeder's not the best free throw shooter. Scotty Barnes is not a good free throw shooter.
OG can shoot free throws.
Yeah, true. And so Siakam's not terrible, but I just think as a team, you can't shoot that bad from the line and expect to win. But yeah,
I'm seeing ghosts.
Yeah, no. I mean, I like Siakam too, but he did not look good.
Raps fans are not going to like this one, dude, but Siakam looked like he was seeing some ghosts out there. Looks like he was getting guarded by 8 people.
Slim, what are your thoughts on the Raps so far this season and just in this game?
I'll say this. This would have been a 2-point game differential with a Fred VanVleet, and I think that I don't think that's far to say.
No, I don't think it's far to say. I'm just not a big Fred VanVleet guy to begin with, and I just don't think he impacts the game as much as a Dennis Schroeder kind of does. Like, I think I would rather get 13 and 10 than 23 and 5 or 4. Like, I would just rather get that as
it's more points.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I also like when the point guard gets people involved. I'm like one of those weird old heads like that.
They didn't run that many sets. I feel like they were pushing the pace.
I feel like the Raptors are always heavy in ISO, though. It's either like quick ball move, like drive and kick, like you're playing in 5th grade basketball, and all it's like just drive and kick, or it's a lot of ISOs.
Yeah, but there wasn't. There wasn't.
I want to know how I feel about the Raptors.
Yeah, let's see. Or here.
DeAndre Hunter is better than them boys.
Huh?
You said
I said what I said.
Like, you think DeAndre Hunter would be the best player on that team?
Yeah.
I think OG's better than him, and I think
I
Siakam's
and
better
then
than
and
him.
then I just see them boys and they can hoop, but I see a lot of freezing, and I noticed that DeAndre Hunter, want to get out there, he just be tripping sometimes. But I see a big step up this season, especially with Jalen Johnson being incorporated with our starters. I think that what Toronto is lacking is or I don't know, they got Dennis Schroeder, but I think they need a scoring guard, and Gary Trent by himself isn't doing enough. Shout out to Grady Dick. I like what I'm seeing, so far, but I need more involvement, more consistency from the perimeter, from the guards in general, and just how the wings get the guards involved, and then having the big man play down low. But I know Siakam ain't really, Siakam is Siakam. Like Matt said, they play a lot of ISO ball. So when you lose Nick Nurse and when you lose Adrian Griffin, this is what happens. But go ahead.
Yeah, I just feel like for the Raptors last year with Nick Nurse and like always under his tenure, they were just like that scrappy. I'm gonna like be super physical. We're gonna foul you 1,000 times, and like we're gonna get in all the lanes, be up in your chest, and we're gonna kill you in ISO. Like that's what they always were. And I feel like they didn't totally stray away from that. I think they're getting a lot more action through the point guard and Schroeder, which I think is good for them. But at the same time, I think their defense doesn't look as good. It's also very tough to guard a guy like Embiid. I haven't watched every Raptors game, sue me. But I just think that for this game specifically, it's tough to deal with Embiid with the presence he holds in the paint and on the perimeter. And when you are able to, and you don't have two bigger shot, like you don't have two shot blockers in the lineup. Jakob Poeltl is, but when you have Embiid at the 3-point line and at the nail, everything else is open. That's why we got to see guys like Kelly Oubre and Tobias Harris eat at the rim. So that's my kind of thing. But yeah, any final comments about this game?
Slim Grady Dick had a donut.
I like the cat though.
Okay.
Like,
hey, Toronto fans, come get active with me in the comments again. I'm ready. I got my Dukes up.
Yeah, but like, comment, subscribe. Check out my tiers coming out the next day, or probably the same day you're seeing this, but they'll be up later in the day. Like, comment, subscribe.